In this particular video, my friend, I'll be sharing with you 8 different ways to flip the switch and to simply develop something key when it comes to life and business. Killer's instinct. You don't want to miss this one, alright? Stay tuned. Dimitri here, Mountain of Inspiration. Let's get right into it. I hope that this video is not going to get me in trouble. I hope this video is not going to be banned by YouTube or the powers that be as far as regulating content on YouTube is concerned. But it's something really key I would like to share with you. How to flip the switch and develop killer instincts. Let's focus first of all on flipping the switch, having the switch on, and why it is absolutely important. I've been sharing over the past few days, over the past few weeks, the importance of actually having the switch on and how it is even more important than the skills that we acquire in life in order for us to become useful in life. I give you the example of many people in life who have gone to school to actually acquire all the right skills, but when it comes to the marketplace are completely useless because the light is on but nobody's at home. Again, the light is on but no one is home. Why? Because the skills are there. The ability to market themselves is there. But somehow they are unable to simply market themselves properly because they are not on. The people are not on. The switch is not on. On the other end, when you see someone whose switch is on, they may not have the skills yet, but when the switch is on, my friend, it's just only a matter of time before success becomes what I simply call a foregone conclusion. As a matter of fact, as soon as the switch is on, success becomes a foregone conclusion. And this is something key I've been sharing with you for the past few weeks. I'm gonna give you again one simple example. When this young man got into the boxing ring and to the boxing professional arena in the mid-1980s, 1986, this young man by the name of Mike Tyson, yes, he had acquired the skills to be a professional boxer, but before him there were many countless people who had been actually acquiring and owning the skills of a boxer. But guess what? One after one, it started basically bringing down all these giants. Why? Because the switch was on as far as life is concerned. They may have the skills, but the switch as far as life is concerned was not present in some of the fighters that found themselves in the way as far as Mike doesn't get in the top is concerned. So again, the switch is absolutely important, and the switch is absolutely important, is even more important than the skills as far as life is concerned. But now the question is, how are you going to develop this switch? How are you going to develop this killer's instinct and make yourself unstoppable as far as your journey to the top is concerned? Let me give you just 8 steps. But before I get to the 8 steps, let me just go back to the example of Mike Tyson. Over the past few weeks, over the past few months, I've been sharing with you the example of the episode when Mike Tyson was brought to Catskill, New York to meet a customer. And that was basically the moment where the student met the master was now going to teach him or share with him the skills that are going to turn him into a professional boxer. If this was the first time that this guy, Mike Tyson, at age 12 years old, was stepping into the ring for the very first time in his life, but it was not the first time that he found himself fighting someone as far as using his fists are concerned. Let me just go back to the origin or the genesis of this journey that actually got Mike Tyson to acquire the switch and make him unstoppable. 1975. A year after Muhammad Ali had defeated the giant by the name of George Foreman in Kinshasa, Zaire. Yeah, a year after that, somewhere in New York City, a young boy was barely 9 years old, found himself in a very peculiar position. He found himself in a place where one of his prized possessions, his prized babies, was taken from him by one of the bullies who was much older than him, about 15 to 16 years old. So one of the boys took away one of his pigeons and started basically running with him. And the young boy, 9 years old, was simply running up and simply saying, "Yes, could you please give me back my pigeon?" So as he's imploring for this older boy to return the pigeon, the bully turned around in front of all the crowd, look at the pigeon and do something completely despicable. He ripped off the head of the pigeon and threw the head to Mike Tyson, and now takes the headless body of the pigeon with all the blood and throw it at Mike Tyson. The young Mike Tyson is completely petrified. He does not respond. He's completely shocked by what has happened. But when this is happening, some of the boys that were around ask him the key question, and that key question is basically the switch that was basically turned on to ask him the following question. So, what are you going to do about this? From that point, the young boy simply says, I've never fought anyone before, but I knew that this was the moment where I need to simply enforce certain boundaries as far as my life is concerned. He got into a fist fight with that gentleman. It was so good and defeated his much older opponent that all the critics or all the naysayers, all the bullies that were there simply say, my goodness, it seemed like we have now a champion basically in our hands. We have to find a way to start promoting this champion. And one after the other, guess what they started doing? They started going around to different neighborhoods, scouting, looking for the next best thing, and bring this fighter into a place where they could fight Mike Tyson for money. Before he became a professional fighter, people were already betting on him to actually show his superior skill when it comes to his willingness to simply defeat anyone in front of him. Why? Because the switch was on. So as far as you and I are concerned, here it is now. The 8th step I'm going to simply show and share with you as far as how to activate the switch, number one, and how to develop this skills instinct to make you simply unstoppable in business and in life. Here are the simply, here are the 8th step. What are you going to do about this? Your 8 steps. On a piece of paper now, your assignment, write down everything that has happened to you so far that has been detrimental to your business, that has been catastrophic as far as your life is concerned, that has been earth-shattering as far as your situation is concerned. Write them down on a piece of paper. So after you write them down, I want you to remember this day moving forward. Simply ask yourself the key question. 2023 has actually been a crazy year where X, Y, Z has happened to me. These are the facts. Now the key question you have to ask yourself is, what are you going to do about this? When you answer this question, or when you're trying to find a way to answer this question, that's when you're going to act, to see the switch being activated, and you're going to see yourself basically acquiring slowly but surely the killer's edge and simply become unstoppable. You may ask yourself the question, but how else is this thing going to happen? That's not so much the question. You don't know how and when you're going to find the mentor who's going to help you acquire the proper skills to become the best version of yourself. But as soon as you start doing something, my friend, what you're going to do, you're going to pave the way. As a matter of fact, those first the excepts are with three letters. What are you? So W-A-Y. What are you? So W-A-Y. As soon as you start doing something, the way is going to become evident. The key question you're going to do for yourself is ask yourself the key question: what are the 8 things I'm going to do today to bring me closer to the goal that I have as far as my life is concerned? And once you start going after these steps, one after the other, my friend, slowly but surely, the way to the top is going to become evident, and the master, the teacher that are going to show up, you want to be acquiring the right skills, are going to show up, and of course, the rest is going to be history. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here. Thank you so much for watching Mountain Inspiration today. Looking forward to sharing more with you in the days to come. Until then, take good care, and remember, you are perfection made flesh. But now for perfection to be manifesting, you and I have to remain intentional. And intentionality starts with one key thing, first of all, acquiring the switch. Make sure that the switch is on. That's number one. Once you acquire the switch, once the switch is on, my friend, what's going to happen is you're going to develop killer's instinct. And killer's instinct is precisely what's going to differentiate the boys from the men as far as the arena called life is concerned. All right, have yourself a good one. Take good care.